ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम् ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. We see while Nishadaraja was very angry with Bharata and he almost vowed to finish the entire army, but with the advice from an elderly person, he agreed to meet Bharatji, talk to him, and if there is something wrong, he would hint and then they can come forward. To understand what is there in the mind, in the heart of Bharata, Nishadaraja Guha now wants to move forward. 193rd Chaupai we will continue. लख बसनेहु सुभाय सुहाये, बैरु प्रीति नहीं दुरई दुराये, अस कहीं भेट संजोवन लागे, कंद मूल फल खग मृगुमागे, मीन पीन पाठीन पुराने, भरी भरी भार कहारन आने, मिलन साजु सजी मिलन सिधाए, मंगल मूल सगुन शुभ पाए, देखी दूरी ते कही निज नामु, कीन्ह मुनि सही दंड प्रणामु, जानी राम प्रिय दीन्हि असीसा, भरत ही कहे वो बुझाई मुनीसा, राम सखा सुनि संदनु त्यागा, चले उतरी उमगत अनुरागा, गाऊ जाति गुहनाऊ सुनाई, कीन्ह जोहारु माथ महिलाई, करत दंडवत देखिते ही, भरत लीन्ह उरलाई, मनहु लखन सन भेट भई, प्रेमुन हृदय समाई, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. How beautiful are the, happenings. How deep is the love for Rama in every single person, with so many vast varieties of kinds of life. Every type of people in a wide range are seeing Rama as everything. The love towards Rama is so deep. What a beautiful presentation. Lakh basanehu subhaya suhaye. Nishad Raja says, I shall test his love. See, the love is very interesting part. How many of us take this love for granted? Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. The pure love and the pure hatred, both of them, virtually you can see it in front of everyone. Again, please permit me to say this beautiful statement. It has really gone into me, and this particular statement, what I am going to say, exactly keeps reminding me at every stage of Ramayan. And here it is. The statement is, Agattin Alagu Mugathil Theriyum. The Tamil statement says, the beauty in your heart or the dirt in your heart can easily be recognized through your face. Look at that. I shall test his friendliness or his hatred towards Bhagavan very easily. Lakhabas aneha subhaya suhaye, bairu preeti nahi durai durai. I can find it because it cannot be kept inside. It cannot be disguised. It cannot be covered. That is the glory of love and hatred. And here I would like to make a point. Hatred cannot just come like that. Hatred is a byproduct of love. Therefore, we can very easily see whether there is love in Bharatji's heart or there is hatred for Ramchandraji. I will find out. So saying, Asakahi bhet asajovan lage. Having said that, he said, okay, now I am going to go and meet him. I can't go with empty hand. This is a very important point. You should never go empty hand towards a reverential person, a higher up, to whom I have to bow, an elderly person, a guru in particular. You should never go empty handed. Asa kahi bhet sajovan lage. Having said that, he said, okay, now collect all the articles, what all I have to take. Kanda moola phala khagamrugamage. I will take all those bulbs and then fruits and then roots, everything. And he also had birds and deer also. Now, this is another very interesting thought. Very irrational, foolish, stupid, and immature people make a big fuss about it, not understanding it properly. There were a lot of discussions going on about what Rama must have consumed non-vegetarian because there he was in the forest for 14 years. 14 years you can't find good food, etc., etc. Therefore, he must have eaten non-vegetarian. Arey yaar. They are capable of living with roots and fruits and kanda, moola, phala. They are capable. They have done that. However, these people who have nothing else to discuss. See, I'll tell you something. We have a choice. Under the Constitution of India, okay, let me put it that way also. We have a choice to discuss that which brings good to me, which brings some knowledge to me, which inspires my inner being, which takes me towards Bhagavan. There are so many things in Ramayan for us to discuss. And then these people discuss whether Ramchandraji took non-vegetarian. Foolish. It doesn't matter to me. There is so much we can learn from Ramayan. From the behavior of Ramchandraji, from the glories of Ramchandraji, from the love of Ramchandraji, the reverential aspects of Ramchandraji. There is so much to learn. We have only to pick and point some flaws. There is no flaw there. How do you know? Let us say. If you say Ramchandraji might have, this again an assumption only. Ramchandraji might have taken non-veg. In that case, Ramchandraji might not have taken non-veg also. Both are equally possible. How does it matter to you and me 5,000 years ago? Think. We have better things to think about. We have so many wonderful to think, pick up and then, change ourselves for good. Think. Now when such words come, mrigamage, khagamrigamage, when it is said, birds and animals they took. Now please note, be very careful, be attentive, understand. Very important is understanding. Then such foolish, immature, okay. Now see, it is not only Bharata who is there. It is not only Shatrughna or Mataji or Guruji who is there. The entire retinue is there. Warriors are there. Praja is there. Is it not? Everybody need not have the same food. Now look at this beautiful thought here. Kandamoola phala represents sattvika ahara. Think. Khagamrigamage, all these birds and deer represents rajasika ahara. Right? Meena, Peena, Pathina, Purani. People of the porter class and all those people, fishermen, etc. Bhari bhari bhara kaharana ane. They brought excellent loads of fully fat, well-grown fish. See, fishes are so very well grown, and you can see so many, videos, etc. We see, and many people have. Brahmins themselves have. Think. Now, all the types of food are presented here. Satvika ahara kanda moola phala. Then you have mriga, rajasika ahara, and then tamasika ahara, meena, etc. Tamasika ahara. All the types of food he collected because of his care for all types of people who have come. Satvika people, they will have kandamula phala, satvika ahara. Warriors, those warriors must be very strong. They need that kind of a food to keep themselves appropriate for a war. Now they cannot take kandamula phala and then wage a war. So we have to understand. And there are tamasic people. For them all these are required. It is not that Bharata had to take Meena and Mriga and Khaga, etc. Birds, animals, it's for others. Alright. And elderly Matajis are there. They will not take Rajasic food like that and then digest. So they will take Sattvic food. So all types of food, Nishada Raja prepared himself while going there. Milana Saju Saji Milana Sidhaye. And equipping himself very well with everything, preparing the warriors also, telling them, be ready, but be hidden. Push the boat inside the water. All that he prepared themselves. Be ready, close all the ghats, all that he said. Equipping himself properly for presenting himself in front of Bharata, he proceeded towards Bharata. Mangala Moola Saguna Subhapaye. And while he went, lot of auspicious omens, Saguna, Mangala Moola, all of them started coming. He could see so many good omens. देखी दूरी ते कहिनी जनामु कीनी मुनि सही दंड प्रणामु. Then what happened? When he went near and near and nearer, from a distance he saw Muni, Vashishta Maharshi. The moment he saw the chief of sages, Vashishta ji, and then immediately he thought, oh, this cannot be a war retinue. Therefore, he, at a distance, please note, at a distance itself, he mentioned his name. Keenhi Muni Sahi Danda Pranamu. He prostrated Dirga Danda Pranama totally. Dekhi Durita Kaha Nijanamu. He spoke about his kula and his race and everything. He spoke about his name. Or rather, he introduced himself and prostrated. Jani Rama Priya Dini Asisa Bharata hi kahe bujhai munisa. Now look at the beautiful change of the atmosphere, the attitudes, and then the response. So beautiful. Jani Rama Priya. Muni Maharshi Vashishta ji, Ramapriya Jani, he understood he is a Ramapriya. By the moment he said name, he knew Guha Nishada Raja is a Ramapriya. Dinhyasisa, immediately he blessed him. Vashishta ji. Bharata hi kahevo. He immediately called Bharata and told him, Munisa Bujhai, he told him the actual Guha, who he is, Ramapriya. The moment he told about Rama and he is a friend of Rama, Rama Sakha Suni Sandanu Tyaga, Bharata immediately, without even thinking twice, he is Rama Sakha, he is Rama's friend. He immediately got up from the chariot, Sandanu Tyaga, he gave up the chariot, he got down from the chariot. Chale Utari Uga Umagata Anuraga, with lot of Anuraga, love, and enthusiasm. Now, why is this enthusiasm? Some kind of a track is being found, some clue is given. What? There is somebody here who knows Rama. So maybe I am in the right path. Let me check. Can also be one of the thought. However, the very fact that he is a friend of Ramchandraji immediately brought so much of love towards him. Bharata came down from the chariot and went towards him, and with such a loving heart, Gaun jati guha naam sunai, kinhi joharu matha mahilai. And Guha, on his part, very clearly said, Hey Bhrata, Bhratala Bharata, he must have told. He mentioned, I come from this village. This is my caste. And therefore, this is my name. And he prostrated to Bharata also at a distance. But Bharata, Karata dandavata dekitehi Bharatalina uralai. When he fell in front of Bharata, Dirgat Danda Pranama, coming to know that he is Bharata, the brother, the real brother of Rama, he did prostration. And Bharata, when he saw that he is Rama's Sakha, he lifted him and embraced him. There is no Kula, Gotra, all those for pure love. All these caste and everything, it has a place for a particular reason. We should not demean them also. But in front of pure love, in front of pure devotion, in front of bhakti towards Bhagavan, all these things doesn't matter. Kula, Gotra, nothing matters. It's pure devotion alone matters. How many movies we have seen? One of the movie which really touched me when I was a small boy. It really inspired me. There's a movie in Tamil Bhasha called Thai Moogambigai. In Tamil they say Moogambigai. Otherwise Mookambika is a one movie. And in that there is a beautiful depiction of how the Devi blesses a servant maid who gives her stale food actually as Naivedyam. She sits out of the temple. There in the temple, all those people, they have made Panchapaksha Paraman, so many varieties of food, Naivedyam, Phala, everything and all, and beautiful decoration, excellent lighting, so many people, Shubhra Vastra, everything, and then they do all Naivedyam. But the Devi there, without showing up to them, she shows up to that old, that loving, caring, with so much of bhakti, bhavana, that servant maid gives stale food as Naivedyam, and the Devi comes and takes. This is the glory of bhakti. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, yome bhaktya prayachati. Yaha. Yaha means anybody. There Kulagotra doesn't come into picture, please. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is based on the karma, not based on the body. Body has no Kulagotra, actually speaking. Kulagotra is made so that all sections of the society will be well benefited by the very types of work they do. Think. It is not actually jati in terms of birth. It is in terms of, the work what we do. Please be very well informed about this. And such very beautiful sequences makes us clear. All this Kulagotra is not important. It is that love that is important. Look at that. Bharata Leena Uralahi. He embraced that so-called low birth and caste, downtrodden caste, and all that he never bothered. He is Ramasakha. Immediately he hugged him. So much we need to learn. Our own servant maids at home, how we ill-treat. We keep them low class. Don't touch this, don't touch that. High. Sometimes to take birth in a Brahmana Kula and having such ridiculous thoughts that low birth and things like that, they are pitiable. Whereas such caste people, low caste, so-called low caste, they are not low caste. They are all human beings. Everybody is the same. But so-called low caste people are much higher than the so-called high-class Brahmanas and, God. How beautiful. Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji, Bharatji, all of them depict that body has no caste. Caste is all for the mind. You have to cast them away. Shri Ram. He hugged Guha with so much of love and reverence. Manahu lakhana sana bheta bhai. Look at that. He felt as if Guha was no better than Lakshmana. Manahu lakhana sana. At par with Lakshmana. Premuna hridaya samai. That emotion, that love, that reverence, that sneha, so much, it comes out that he is unable to stop his tears. Continuing. भेटत भरतु ताहि अति प्रीति लोग सिहाहि प्रेम कैरीति धन्य धन्य धुनि मंगल मूला सुरसराहि तेहि बरिसहि फूला लोक भेद सब भांति ही नीचा जासु छाहि छुई लेई असींचा तेहि भरि अंक राम लघु भ्राता मिलत पुलक परिपूरित गाता राम राम कहीं जे जमुहाहि तिनहि न पाप पुंज समुहाहि यह तौ राम लाई उरलीन्हा कुल समेत जगु पावन कीन्हा करमनास जलु सुर सरि परई तेहि को कहूँ शीस नहीं धरई उलटा नाम जपत जगु जाना बाल्मीकि भई ब्रह्म समाना स्वपच सबर खस जमन जड पावर कोल किरात राम कहत पावन परम होत भुवन भिख्यात सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। भेटत भरतु ताहि अति प्रीति. Bharata embraced Guha with extreme affection. Logasi hahi prema kairiti. Everybody there who had come from Ayodhya, all of them were admiring to see that unsullied, pure, uncontaminated love between Bharata and Guha. They were so, they were drowned in joy, delighted to see that wonderful love between them. Dhanya dhanya duni mangala mula surasarahi tehi barisahi pula. Even the gods, surasarahi, all the celestial beings, everybody started, sloganeering. Sloganeering have got a wrong this one now with all the political thing happening. But here it is joy, jubilant. Everybody, they were applauding, probably, maybe applauding also. And Surasarahitehi Bharasahipula, all the gods, they rained Bharasahi. Phula, lot of flowers over them. Loka Beda Sababhatihi Nicha Jasu Cha. Look at this, huh? Jasu Chaha Chui Leyasi. Loka, the man in the low caste, in the eyes of the world, from the Loka Drishti standpoint, and even from the standpoint of people who even chant the Vedas, recite Vedas, teach Vedas. And there are people. There must have been people, may not be now with the so much of modern advancement and things like that. That bad they may not be, but they are bad in different ways. We will see later. People of the low caste, in case the higher caste people by mistake pass through the shadow of a low caste people. Look at that division those days. People whose shadows they pass, which touch the shadows, they will go and take bath. The upper class people, even if the shadow touch them, they will go and take bath, it seems. That differentiated low class people, but look at that, what a beautiful thought. Tehi bhari anka rama laghu brata milata pulaka paripurita gata. Yet, Rama laghu brata, Rama's younger brother Bharata, milata pulaka paripurita gata, he met him with so much closer, embrace, that paripurita gata, the body, it was horripulating. All the hairs would stand at the end of, if we can think so much from our own side after 5,000 years reading Ramayan, what to talk of the state of mind of Guha, the Nishad Raja. Rama Rama kahi je jamuhahi. It is said, Tinahi na papa punja samuhahi. The one, even while yawning, if he tells Rama, these kutarka buddhi, immature, stupid people, I will use such words for them. How can you chant Rama while you are yawning? Foolish people. Irresponsible people. Rama Nama Japa is done at the mental level. If our heart is not involved in Bhagavan's feet, if it has no devotion to Bhagavan's feet, even if you scream with a mic and loudspeakers, it is noise. For the love to express towards Bhagavan, Shabdas, the sound is not important, the mind has to be involved. Think. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. That bhaktya word has to be understood properly. And if there is bhakti, even while yawning, you can take the name of the Lord mentally. And such a person who is able to take the Lord's name mentally, even while yawning, but with pure heart. It is always with an asterisk, subject to the purity of heart. I will also take, from now, I will wait for yawning. Oh, yawning. Rama. Foolish people. Think. Even while yawning, if somebody takes the name of the Lord mentally, Tinahina Papa Punja Samuahi, the hosts of sins he must be having in his life, all of them can be turned away. All of them get just, deleted, erased. That is the glory of Rama. यह तो राम लाई उरलीन्हा कुल समेत जगु पावन कीन्हा. And if Ramchandra ji has embraced somebody, of what class can you put such people? He is far higher than every single human being in the world, is it not? And Guha has been embraced by Ram and now by Bharata. And it is said, if Ramchandra ji has hugged and Bharat ji has embraced him, the entire Kula of Nishad Raja Guha have been already sanctified. They are no more Nicha Jati. They are much higher than the Ucha Jati so called. Again so called. I am not trying to discourage or diminish or dethrone or discourage or speak ill about the class as such, higher class or middle class or lower. No. People who have such attitudes, whichever the class they may be, if they don't have love for God, and if they are involved in Nicha karma, then they are despicable people. And so-called Nicha Kula can become much higher Kula in the eyes of Bhagavan. Bhagavan will know who is high class and who is low class. Who are you and me to label them? Ahankara, Vimudhatma, graduate, postgraduate, PhD in Mudhatma are the one who will, put people in classes in the name of castes. That is a big story happening in the Indian government. Anyway, that is not my topic of discussion. Karmana jalu surasari parai tehi ko kahahu sisa nahi dharai. When Karmanasha, what is Karmanasha? When we take bath in Gangaji, Yamunaji, Saraswatiji, and all these wonderful tributaries also, Sarayu, we are going to see that. When we take bath in such wonderful rivers, all Karmanasha, Karma, Karta, all of them gets nullified. Then there is only purity. Tehi ko kahahu sisa nahi dharai. Please tell me, kahahu, tell me, who would not place such people at that high end? When Rama and Bharata has hugged, naturally Nishad Raja stands far higher. Ulata nama japata jagujana Valmiki bhaye brahma samana. Valmiki, hunter. What jati he was? He could not even pronounce Rama properly. Ulta nama. He pronounced it ulta. Rama, 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 Rama. And see how much is Ramayan, Tulsi Ramayan or Valmiki Ramayan is talked about. Think. He became the greatest bhakta of Ramchandra ji and created the most wonderful Valmiki Ramayan. Think. Swapacha sabar khas jaman jada pavar kol kirat. Tulsidas lists a few so-called castes. Swapacha. Swapacha meaning what? Paraya kula, it is said. Who are they? Shwapaka. Shwa means dogs. The one who cooks dogs and eats. Paraya. And there are other, See, we don't know these days, those things do not come into picture. Therefore, for us to understand is difficult. But there were people in those times where people would cook the flesh of dogs and eat. Gurudev very strongly says, who are the people? They Neecha Kula Buddhi people, they say, who eat dead bodies. Who eat dead bodies, cooked at various stages of decomposition, stinking. That is why they also become Rajoguna Pradhana people. That is not for human beings. Anyway, and these other people, Shabara, Bhilla, Khasi, Kola, Kirata, these are all tribal people. Alright, these are all tribal people. See, for them it is all permitted. Because for them it is all very common. All those people, Ramukahata Pavana Paramahota Bhuvana Vikhyata. The moment you take the name of Bhagavan Shri Rama, it will remove all your sins. All papa will get nasha, and then you get sanctified. Of course, there are a lot of things which we have to understand. We should think from a higher standpoint, not from the Kutarka Buddhi standpoint. Even to think at the higher standpoint, you should come to deserve it. Continuing. Nahi achiri jo juga juga chali ai, केहि न दीन्हि रघुबीर बड़ाई, राम नाम महिमा सुर कहहि, सुनि सुनि अवध लोग सुख लहहि, राम सखहि मिलि भरत सप्रेमा, पूछी कुशल सुमंगल खेमा, देखी भरत कर सीलु सनेहु, भा निषाद तेहि समय बिदेहु, सकुच सनेहु मोदु मन बाढ़ा, भरत ही चितवत एकटक ठाढ़ा, धरि धीरज पद बंदी बहोरी, विनय सप्रेम करत कर जोरी, कुशल मूल पद पंकज पेखी, मैं तिहु काल कुशल निज लेखी, अब प्रभु परम अनुग्रह थोरे, सहित कोटि कुल मंगल मोरे, समुझि मोरि कर तूति कुलु, प्रभु महिमा जिय जोई, जो न भजई रघुबीर पद, जग विधि वंचित सोई, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नहीं अचिरि जुग जुग चली आई, केहि न दीन्हि रघुबीर बड़ाई. Tulsidas says, nahi achiriju. There is no surprise or wonder. It has been so for ages. Kehi na deenhi raghubira badai. And who will not glorify those people who have come into contact with Ramchandra ji? If Bharata is praising, if the gods are praising, if everybody is praising Guha, why? Because he has come into contact with Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Therefore, it is not a surprise. Not at all a surprise. Earlier in Balakanda also we saw Ramchandra ji praising monkeys. They are jumping here, there and there. But finally what did Ramchandra ji do? He took the help of monkeys only to get Sita ji. Think. Ramchandra ji respects everybody. He loves everybody. Rama nama mahima sura kahi, Suni suni avadhalogha sukulahi. Listening and rejoicing in chanting the name of Ramchandraji. All the Ayodhya Vasis were, they were so delighted. राम सखहि मिलि भरत सप्रेमा पूछी कुशल सुमंगल खेमा. Having thus met Ramchandraji's friend Guha, Bharata lovingly inquired the health, welfare and happiness. देखि भरत कर सीलु सनेहु भानिषादते hi samaya videhu. And Guha also seeing Bharata's, Dekhi Bharatakara Silu Sanehu, that love of Bharata when Guha experienced, Banishadatehi Samaya Bidehu. And Nishad Raja forgot all about himself. He forgot himself completely. He was drowned in the nectar of love of Bharata and the love towards Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Sakucha sanehu modu manabada, Bharata hi chitavata ekatak dhada. And that love, oh God, how many times Tulsi Dasi talks about the love. Love for Bharata's love towards Rama, Bharata's love now towards Guha, Guha's love towards Rama and Bharata. Oh God, Bharata was so, into it, and he was gazing. Guha was gazing Bharata and Bharata was looking at Guha, unwinking, ekatakathada, without even winking the eyelids. Each one of them were seeing each other. Dharidhi rajupada bandi bahori, collecting himself. At one stage, you have to start proceeding further. So, Guha, he brought himself to senses and bowed at Bharata's feet again, Binaya Saprema Karata Karajori, and with lovingly folding his hands, he submitted himself and said, Kusala Moola Pada Pankaja Pekhi, Maitihu Kala Kusala Nijalekhi. Hey Bharata, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji's Bhrata, Laghu Bhrata, I now hold your lotus feet, which are nothing but fountain of happiness. And Maitihu Kala Kusala Nijatike, I claim myself that I am the most blessed of all times to have found you and your feet. Abba Prabhu Parama Anugraha Tore Sahita Koti Kula Mangala More. And by the grace of the Supreme Lord Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, I have found you. And because of which my entire clan for millions of generations are purified. Kula Koti Sahita Mangala More. Koti Kula Sahita. How beautiful. What an amount of love he must have had. Samujhi Mori Karatuti Kulu Prabhu Mahima Jiya Joy. Remembering my descent, my actions on one hand, Prabhu Mahimajiya Joyi, and realizing the Bhagavan's greatness on the other hand, Jona Bhajai Raghubira Pada, Jagavidi Banchita Soi, those who are seeing me from the standpoint of my clan, my kula, etc., 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 and the way Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji and you, both of you have graced me, those people who do not come at the feet of Bhagavan Ramchandra ji are pitiable, despicable, they are fooled by themselves. Think, therefore, be at the feet of Rama. surrender of the feet of Rama. And now Bharata, his love towards Rama, his submission towards Rama has no difference with Guha, who is also entirely at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji. I thought I will complete one more, but it's okay. We will continue tomorrow. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Very many times, whenever I get a little emotional, such delays may happen. Please understand me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai.